The United States 1-cent coin of 2015, also known simply as a penny, continues to be one of the most recognized and widely circulated coins in America. While it may look small and often ignored in everyday transactions, collectors and numismatists take a much deeper interest in it, especially when examining condition, mint marks, and overall historical context. The 2015 penny without any mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, since Philadelphia traditionally does not place a mint mark on its regular circulation coins. When we look at the composition of the coin, we find that the modern Lincoln cent, including the 2015 issue, is primarily made of zinc with a thin copper plating. Specifically, it consists of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This composition has been standard since 1982, when the United States Mint shifted away from producing pennies primarily of copper due to rising metal costs. Collectors often ask about the real value of such coins in today's market, because while their face value is only 1 cent, the demand among hobbyists can sometimes push prices above their nominal worth. The 2015 penny without a mint mark, if found in average circulated condition, usually carries only its face value of 1 cent in everyday transactions. In other words, if you pull one out of your pocket change, it is worth exactly 1 cent when spending at a store. However, coin collectors grade coins based on condition, rarity, and strike quality. For this reason, uncirculated examples, or those graded at higher levels by professional grading services, can be worth more than face value. In circulated condition, the 2015 penny is generally still worth about 1 cent. In uncirculated condition, such as coins that have never been used in everyday trade and retain their original mint luster, the value can rise to a few cents to perhaps 50 cents depending on demand. For instance, a bright red, uncirculated Lincoln cent from 2015 with no mint mark might be valued by collectors between 10 cents and 50 cents. Exceptional examples graded at MS-67 or higher by services, such as PGS or NGC, may even sell for a few dollars, though the majority of coins will not reach such high grades. The market for modern pennies is not particularly strong, since they were produced in the hundreds of millions, making them extremely common. Still, what fascinates collectors is not only the value, but the historical and cultural continuity represented by the Lincoln cent. The obverse of the coin carries a familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which first appeared on the penny in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse, the 2015 penny features a Union shield design, introduced in 2010. This shield symbolizes the preservation of the United States as a single, united country, with 13 vertical stripes joined under a single horizontal bar and an inscription, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. The reverse design also carries the word 1 cent prominently across the shield. Because of these details, many people hold on to pennies from various years. Even when the financial value is not particularly high, it becomes less about profit and more about collecting history in your hands. Now, if we look at online auction sites and coin marketplaces, we find that most 2015 pennies in circulated condition trade for just 1 cent rolls of uncirculated coins, however, might sell for a few dollars above face value. For example, a bank roll of 50 uncirculated 2015 Philadelphia pennies might sell for around $2 to $4, simply because collectors like to preserve fresh rolls. Higher graded single coins, professionally certified and slabbed, can occasionally sell in a range of $5 to $20 if they are in superb condition, but such examples are rare and appeal mainly to specialized collectors. Over the course of 90 minutes, we can reflect deeply on why such common coins still fascinate people. Part of the reason is nostalgia, part of it is educational, and part of it lies in the thrill of the hunt. Imagine someone searching through thousands of pocket change pennies just to find that one perfect example. While the majority of these 2015 pennies remain worth only a cent, the search itself provides joy. The coin is also a reminder of the economic reality of inflation, since the buying power of 1 cent today is extremely small compared to decades ago, yet the United States still continues to mint them in huge numbers every year. As we continue talking about the value, it is important to emphasize that unless you have a very high-grade uncirculated coin or a coin with an error, such as a misstrike, double die, or off-center strike, the financial value will remain close to its face value. Error coins from 2015 can sometimes command much higher premiums, with certain dramatic mistakes selling for tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on rarity. However, ordinary examples without a mint mark from Philadelphia, in typical circulated condition, stay at around 1 cent each. Collectors who build complete date sets of Lincoln cents still require the 2015 penny, so it has its place in every collection. Therefore, the true worth of the 2015 1-cent coin is not so much in the dollar amount it brings in the marketplace, but in its symbolic and collectible role. It represents continuity, history, and design. Even though its financial value today remains at 1 cent in circulation and a few cents to perhaps a few dollars in top uncirculated condition, the sentimental and educational value goes far beyond money. For many people, saving coins like the 2015 penny is the first step into the world of numismatics.